Welcome guys to Lad and Dad. So we're doing our top 3 female artists.
Yep.
My number 3 was Beyonce.
Yep.
Which was followed by your number 3, which was Adele. Number 2 for me, Amy Winehouse. I don't know why I forgot that. Amy Winehouse. Your number 2, Stevie Nicks. I've unleashed my number 1.
Yep.
Tracy Chapman.
Yep.
Straight on this. So, can Dad end this all by your number 1?
My number 1 is the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Yeah, boy. Let's have a listen.
What can you say?
Not a lot.
There was never any question in my mind that was going to be my number 1, so that was the one thing for all the constant worrying and thinking about it, staying up at night to the early hours of the morning.
Early hours.
That was always number 1 for me. She's just amazing. I'm from the 60s through my entire life. I doubt there's ever been a day I haven't played a track from Aretha Franklin.
She was number 1 for me for about a week.
Yeah.
And I struggled when I took it off top.
Yeah.
So I thought, this can't be right. But I probably haven't got... I love it, and I love Motown music, but Tracy Chapman, for me,
because was more the history of it as well, I suppose. Like, my history's much longer as yours than listening to Aretha.
And this is about personal opinions and stuff. But we're talking about Tracy Chapman and growing up with Tracy Chapman. Aretha Franklin came early into my life with the Blues Brothers, which is one of the great scenes of all time in film.
Without doubt. I mean, that scene is amazing.
With the toast and everything, absolutely amazing. Knowledge for you.
Yeah.
Stag do, my stag do, pissed up. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. The woman wanted me to spell it. Spelled it right. Do you remember that? She shoved the microphone in me gob and I went R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I nailed it, Aretha. No, mine should have been Aretha Franklin, to be honest with you, and I did it probably as selfish more than anything. And I dropped it out of the top 3, and I feel disgusted for it now.
Feel dirty.
I do think, and you won't enjoy me saying this, Beyonce is at Aretha's level.
I don't think she's quite got the range of.
She
Aretha
has
Franklin.
sung
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin songs.
Yeah, I can believe that. Yeah.
Because there's a film called Showgirls,
Yeah.
and I think she sings
Yeah.
that in that. I believe Beyonce will be looked at the same as Aretha Franklin
Possibly.
in the future.
Maybe.
But that's a modern
knows?
view on it. Tough
Yeah.
that I didn't put Aretha Franklin on board.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad you did. Because I don't believe if you put Aretha Franklin and Tracy Chapman next to each other.
Well, it was the one thing I didn't. There was never any question on my mind. The other two, there was questions in my mind a lot. I've left people out that I absolutely love.
Is there anyone like Aretha Franklin was my biggest pain? Is there anyone who fell out your top three that you now regret?
No, not regret, but there's people I've left out that I absolutely love. I mean, Diana Ross.
Well, undoubted. Do
During
you know
my,
why? Do you know why she would never get in my top three?
Mm.
That penalty at the World Cup.
Yeah, it was poor.
Yeah, if she planted that in the top bins, she might have made it.
I love a certain period of my life. I love Motown music, and Diana Ross was.
I love Motown.
Mary Wells was amazing. Again, you may not be aware of her work.
I don't actually. Janis Joplin.
Yeah, Janis Joplin. I mean, that was difficult. It's impossible. Even Annie Lennox, Eurythmics. I mean, massive backlog of work. I'm trying to think who else I left out. Nina Simone I was really keen to put in, but I couldn't really justify it. But Nina Simone, again, more from the jazz background. Ella Fitzgerald from big band music, amazing, fantastic voice, and I love big band music. I mean, the more I think about it, the more I'm even questioning my choice now.
This is all uploaded.
Dolores from Cranberries.
Incredible voice.
I've seen Cranberries. I always call them the Zombies.
The Zombies.
Cranberries live so many times, and they are amazing live. She's fantastic.
Because her voice, like, you could argue, could go in because it's unique. Like, name someone who sounds like Dolores.
I know, she's completely unique.
No one.
Nancy Griffiths, I'm a massive fan of. If you start going into country music, then you start thinking of country singers, and you think, oh my God, how could I leave that out?
Who?
But from the countryside, it would be probably. You put me on the spot now.
Yes, boy.
Trish Yearwood, people like that. Top of my head, I'm trying to think of their names.
You don't have to.
Trisha Yearwood is an amazing voice. Carrie Underwood, people like that, more modern country artists, but they're not in the league of the people I've put in, and some of the people I've left out. But that's what I'm saying. You go through all these things.
I wanted to make this as tough as possible because we were going to do top 5, and I've done it top 3, and it was the
Nina
struggle.
Simone and Tracy Chapman were the two that I most worried about. And they were the two that I really wanted to get into 3, but I couldn't make it work.
It was Aretha Franklin for me. Dropping her from number 1 was the hardest part of doing this song.
Yeah.
And I'm sure after this, and I'm driving home, I'll think of someone else that I should have mentioned in this video.
Yeah.
It's mental, really. Do you think if we did a men's top 3, you'd struggle?
Probably not so much. I think I've probably got more cemented ideas with my men's one.
I just think the obvious, the biggest question of all time.
Yeah. 3 is difficult.
A woman singing or a man singing? That would be genre-y, because you could say heavy metal. I can't see a woman singing.
Well, I've already started thinking in my head about men's, and then it would be impossible.
Do you think it'd be impossible though?
Impossible.
I don't think it'd be impossible, because all he's doing now is setting up the challenge to add it to content later. We'll do that in the new year, 2023. The best, our top 3 male artists.
That would be hard.
You couldn't include bands. I don't know. We'll discuss it. We'll have a conference call. Yeah. So guys, that's our top 3 female singers. It's been tough. Hope you've enjoyed it. Number 1, Aretha Franklin. If you haven't seen the Blues Brothers, watch the Blues Brothers. Absolutely brilliant. Like and subscribe. We'll be back next with some more music. Cheers, guys.